Woo! Alright, so let's check out some of these questions. And the first one I see here is... Agwang, are you a virgin? You asked, and I'll answer. Alright, the real first question is asked by Daniel Gross, and he says, Agwang, for your Patreon, is the mod request only for custom characters, or can you do custom skills as well? See, well, I can do custom skills, but I don't really have the time. I'm really just focused on completing character mods and just working on finishing Ultimate Xenoverse 2. That's what my Patreons have voted for. I asked them if they wanted me to make an individual character or finish Ultimate Xenoverse 2. Ultimate Xenoverse 2 is the key to bigger and better things. Once I have that baseline completed, there's just no telling what I can do next because I have that big load out of my way. I have volunteers actually helping me do that from patrons. I finally, took down my pride, and now I have my supporters actually helping me with the work that I provide to you guys. So I really appreciate that to the people that have supported so far. Someone who goes by the name as T3L3 and my boy Switch. So we're working on it right now, and we're open to other volunteers, but you must be 18 or older. The reason people that I say 18 and older, because I don't really have a good experience with teenagers. So no offense, you might be cool kids out there, but I prefer to work with adults and people that I know will be a little bit more professional. So next question. All right, number 9. This question is asked by Trey Wolfbud. Agwang, super important question. Kale with muscle or without? Come on, bro. Kale with muscles, man. We need those muscles, bro. Like, you don't want no little scrawny kale, man. Like, what's kale without the muscles, bro? Kales are for like muscles, man. Like, there is no kale without the muscle. It just doesn't work, bro. So I'm gonna go with the muscles all the way. All right, Hans asks, Agwang, did you start working on your manga? And the answer is no. I have not started working on my manga because I don't have time. A lot of you guys, if you've been on my Twitter or if you're part of my Patreon, you probably know that now I have a full-time job outside of modding and doing YouTube. So I have to work to balance the two. Well, not just the two, because I also have the gym that is also important as well. So the manga thing, that is really it's going to take a lot of time because you have to really think that out and write the story, your plots and all that stuff. I just don't want to freestyle it. I want it to be good, and I'm still thinking of different concepts. I'm thinking, okay, I'm calling it Xenoverse, but should I have it where it's like me, my character, like a little representation of like what's going on in real life, and then like when I go into the world of Xenoverse, it'll be like a different take on like a more futuristic Xenoverse. It's just a concept idea, and where I know a lot of you guys recognize like Sword Art Online, and it'll be like something sort of like that where I become my character. I thought that would be really cool, but I'm still like figuring out, that's the type of role I want to do with this manga, this fan manga, or I don't know if I call it. Yeah, I guess I would call it fan manga since Dragon Ball Z is not mine. So yeah, still a work in progress. But stay tuned. Next question. This question is asked by Zhao Telis. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Anyways, he says, Agwang, which one do you like most? Khalifa or Kel, and why? See, that's a difficult one. And why it's difficult is because I like Kel because of the, the bulk, the muscle and everything. She's basically the female representation of the legendary Super Saiyan, and I really liked her transformation. It was pretty badass. Okay, so I'm a real big fan of Kel, and I love her for the series, but I also love the prodigy and boss that Khalifa is. Khalifa, I don't know, man. That's really difficult. But if I had to choose only one of them to stay in Dragon Ball Super, and this is an easier way for me to answer this, I would choose Kel, because come on, man. Everybody loves Broly. And if this is the way that we can keep his spirit alive, I'm all for it. I like it. Okay, so next question. This question is asked by Darius, and he says, Agwang, can I give you the maddest respect? There is no other way to do it, man. You gotta give me the maddest respect. No, I'm just playing, but yeah, sure. I'll take the respect. Next question. Joseph asks, are you planning on doing a tutorial on how to create mods? Well, I don't know, I feel like I've done a lot of tutorials to basically get anyone started. My Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1 tutorials, you can use those for Xenoverse 2 because it's basically the same system. So will I do some in the future? I'm not sure if I'll do that for the public, because I don't really get like when I do put those out there, like people don't really appreciate that you didn't have to, you know, teach them anything, you know. Usually people, they keep it towards their own friends or whatever, but you know, if I put stuff out there, you know, and I get like, you know, trash talkers from the same people that I've helped you know, learn to mod, it's too much ungratefulness. You know, people feel too entitled. So I may release more in the future just because I'm grateful that somebody has taught me, and I feel like, you know, that's why I gave back. That's why I feel like I need to give back, because I wouldn't know what I know unless somebody taught me. So yeah, I most definitely will put out some things, but I'll do it at a pace. You know, obviously I can't give everybody everything I know, because then it's like, okay, you know, there's gonna be there might be too much competition. I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. You know, I can't have everybody knowing all the secrets. You gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta milk it down a little bit until I move up to another level, and then I give you guys some of the other levels that I've already passed. And that's just been real. I'm being honest. Okay, but yeah, this question is asked by Zenok. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Zinok or Zenok. I don't know. But anyways, he says, Agwang, Agwang, are you going to make character creation transformations like Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4, etc.? I don't have any plans on doing that. I don't think I ever will, to be honest. With the lifespan of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 until the next game, I'm not sure if I would have made it by then with the amount of mods and projects that I have planned to do until the next game. I don't know if I'll be able to do that or have the time to do that, because there's just so many things to do that I can fill my time with. Character created mods, they will be pretty minimum, like things that I feel like we need. But other than that, man, I'm just focusing on the main character rosters or things like that. The overall, yeah, I guess, yeah, more along the lines of the character roster. So yeah. Next question. This question is asked by Jason Ratana. Man, we are getting some different names here. He says, Agwang, where did you get the idea of Noctis, and where did he come from? Well, the idea of Noctis was basically, it was a shelf project that I had, and someone wanted me to create them a mod, and they wanted some pretty cool armor. So I was like, you know what? Well, let me make some use for this this mask and this armor that I was working on, and I can give it to him because I don't have a purpose for it anymore, and I don't want to waste it. So I started to basically finish the outfit and use that for a paid mod, and we all agreed that, okay, this is something that was probably better than the idea that the requester wanted. So that's basically where that idea came from. It wasn't something that was, you know, just my original thought process. You know, we actually mixed Goku Black's Ultimate Super Saiyan God form with that with that whole armor of the Noctis armor, you guys like to say. Yeah, it's basically just some old things that I worked on, and I was allowed to use it in a future request. Alright, Safe Sami says, Agwang, when did you get into modding? Now, to think about that, man, I think I started 3 years ago. I think it was 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And the first game I was modding for was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. And I basically wanted to make some retextures because I thought it was just really so cool. Like, just to be able to have the ability to change characters' textures. I thought that was just like the most boss thing. And I stuck with that for a while, and it got me a lot of attention. You know, because I used to make these really cool AMV videos and things, and that was like back when I really didn't even care about, you know, getting paid for YouTube. I didn't really think that you could really get much for YouTube. So, you know, back then I just, you know, I would put all sorts of like copyright songs on my videos and just make a cool video, see different people's reactions or things like that. But I'm moving off track. I think it was 3 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I got into that, and then when Xenoverse 1 came out, I got into that sort of modding. It was a lot easier, and there were a lot more genuine people to kind of help me learn and progress. So, yeah, without further ado, let's move on to the next question. Alright, last but not least is the question from Finn, and he says, Agwang, if you were to work for Bandai and made DLC, what would you make and what would you change? Okay, that's a really tough question because I've put a lot of things that I would have wanted into the game already. You know, such as like Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. You know, that was one of my favorite mods that I've made. So to be honest, I'm not sure. I would like, the first instinct would make me say, the universe survival characters, you know, just because those are the next plot characters for the series, for Dragon Ball Super. Other than that, you know, if I had to choose some nostalgic characters, or to say some DLC, well, DLC can be anything, you know, like an update. So I would definitely say allowing character created Saiyans to transform into the mighty Uzuru. That would be freaking amazing. And then we'd finally have someone to go toe-to-toe against the giant Namekians, right? You know, that would be pretty cool. I think that was one of my favorite things to do in Tenkaichi 2, because I used to play Tenkaichi 2. I never got number 3, you know, just because I never owned the game, period. Okay, I'd go to my friend's house, okay, and play the Tenkaichi games. But, yeah, other than that, of course, the moving Saiyan tails, which I hear we're not going to get. So, yeah, moving Saiyan tails, you know, obviously the spiked up Super Saiyan hair, and I want the hair to move. Like, I think there's just a ton of things, to be honest, man. It's a lot of things that I would have to, that I would want to ask for. If I could, all right, here's a cool thing. Here's a really cool thing that I thought would be in this game. I thought that they were going to allow the character created characters to go into a god form. I figured that we would be able to go into a god form when we do these expert missions, that all of your teammates can put all their powers into one character or the lead character, and then that character just gets the god power and he defeats the boss, like with everybody's final strength, you know, like a last resort. That would be so sick. Okay, that's something that I would definitely want to see. If they put that in the game, I would be so happy. That is just beast, okay? But I can go on and on and on about what I would love to see in the game, because there's just so many different things and so many different avenues that they could go. But I guess I think I hit some of my a few of my key points or things that I would like to see. So I hope that answers your questions. I hope that I've answered all of you guys' questions the way that you want it. And if you guys want to ask me more questions, or if you're watching this and you want to ask questions yourself, be sure to follow me on Twitter and just hashtag AskAgwang and put your question next to it, and I will pick the top 10 questions to put in my next video. I'm going to try to do this on Mondays every week, so you can look forward to more videos like this. Let me know your thoughts, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Peace.